What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld, and today we're going to be talking about the 50. I tweeted out and put it on Instagram, Facebook. We spoke about it on Twitch. The 50 was going to be coming. Now the program is actually live. We're going to break down all different aspects of it, how you're going to get your free player. Reggie Bush is back in MUT. Is it time to get rid of Barry Sanders? We're going to talk about all that stuff, right? But the first thing that I'm going to want to go through is right now to kind of give you guys insight about what is going to be expiring. So look, the original, the 50, like this is just the 50. There's another one that's right there. That's the weekly 50. Two different things, all right? So let's take it down, let's break it down step by step. The 50, the regular one right here for launch week. You can see right there visibly. It ends October 2nd at 10 a.m. All right, October 2nd at 10 a.m. These challenges will no longer be here. All right, so you can go through all these milestones right now to get your free players. Like the 81 overalls are called fresh, and then the stack players are the full legends. All right, so that's pretty much what's going on right now. You can get a whole bunch of Nat 81s if you go through this and get 60 stars. The good news for this, it's 60 stars available. Okay, so you can go through this and go ahead and get that done and get yourself closer to, getting your Reggie Bush or whatever player you're gonna want. Obviously, if you go after the Reggie Bush, there will be no need, in my opinion, to keep actually Barry Sanders on the squad, except for the fact that Barry Sanders, no matter what happens, as a level master, he can always be part of whatever theme team you have, just so that we're clear with that. All right, so if you want to go ahead and get started pretty much with the regular 50, you can bang out those 60 stars and go ahead and get all this stuff right here just to get yourself up and running, get your free MUT coins, get your free 81 overalls, and then you can continue to go ahead and start to build it up into sets, which we will get to the set in a second. Okay, so weekly 50, right? So these are weekly challenges that are going to be released, right? And you can go through all of them, and then eventually they're going to be enough stars for you to get a full 91 overall player from this. Okay, so here go the milestones for the weekly 50. You go through it, bam, week one, you're only getting these two. It looks like they're gonna kind of like lessen the amount that you can get. So week one, you're gonna get those. Week two, you get that, whatever. It's gonna be another Nat Fresh pack, Nat Fresh, Nat Fresh, Nat Fresh. All these are Nat Fresh. Nat stacked right there at 52 stars, all right? So the stacked players are, any player from that week 1 through 7. It's going to be obviously different weeks, different players coming through. So you're going to have the opportunity to go through more fresh, and then stacked again at 100 stars. So you have the opportunity at this point to go ahead and get two. It looks like right now, stacked players, one at 52 and one at 100. So these are some very, very interesting challenges that you're going to want to go ahead and get your hands on immediately and run through it, because you have 16 right now, which I showed you in the milestones, is going to also give you 2 more of the Nat Fresh player packs. So you're going to be able to have 2 other 81s, which we're going to go ahead and talk about now. And we're going to talk about the store offers, and then we'll go from there. So pretty much right now inside the store, you can pull packs for those 50 players. We're going to go over a little bit more about the specifics of the players and the actual sets for them in a second. So you have this bundle right here, the 5850, 4 times the 50 fantasy, bundle week 1. You got this over here for coins. You got over here with the players where it kind of breaks it down. It does not look like at this point that they're giving out $100 or the 120 point bundle situation. So that's just something that I wanted to point out with you guys to kind of give you guys insight with it. Make sure you guys are very, very thorough with understanding that situation there. So as we go ahead and pretty much understand what EA has put into the store, that's what you would have to go ahead and do in order to try to pull a full one. I've seen some people pull Derek Brooks so far. I haven't seen anything else. If you've been pulling something glitchy, be sure to tweet me out at GmiasWorld. Let me know what's going on with that. All right, so with all of that being said right there, we're going to go ahead now. We're going to take a look at the sets. Before we get into the sets, you're going to probably want to see the free card that they start you off with, which is going to be Reggie White. That's who I got. I don't know if they give everybody the same card. Usually it is, so you should probably have this free card in your binder. Now, what are you going to do with it? You can't really do much. You can sell it for training if you want. He couldn't even sniff my team out at an 80 overall, so he will not be a part of the squad, but you will get a card to go ahead and start off with everything going on. With all of that being said, now we're going to go ahead back out of that, okay? We're going to go into the sets, and then we're going to go take a look at some of the things that are going on and how you can complete it separately from going through buying packs from the store. So the 50 exchange, right? You can go ahead and exchange 8 75 to 79 overall players to get 181. Now, I don't know how many 75 to 79s you have, but I don't have a lot of them because I was using it on the theme builders. All right, so I got about 18, but a lot of them are like rookie premieres, whatever. So I can't use my gold cards like that. If you got a lot of stuff in your binder, that's one way to go ahead and help clean it out, get the 81s. This is where all the players are. Okay, so now these are the stack players: Brian Dawkins, Nnamdi, Derek Brooks, Reggie White, Walter Jones, Jimmy Graham, Calico, and then Reggie Bush. So you're going to need 32 of those 81s to complete any one of these. That's the way that it's working out right now. All right, so that is something that you guys are going to have to decide how you want to go about doing it. It does look like it's going to be relatively expensive because 32 of them, and they're averaging around 10K right now. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. Well, that's 320K if you go by the set. When I say averaging 10K, some of it was up to 14, some of it was up, more. So I don't know exactly how it's going to work, but I tell you this much. Grinding those challenges, you should be able to get a few of these for decent prices based on how much you have. If you're willing to grind the challenges, you should be able to fill it out. Now, for players like Jimmy Graham, some of you guys are already asking me about the mossing action and stuff like that. Yo, Gmia, what are you going to be doing with this? Tyrone Calico, 6'4", he's a Titan. I know you Titan fans are going crazy. Decent speed on him. So there are some really, really exciting things going on right now. Reggie Bush, he also gets a power-up, stuff like that. You get his stack player and a power-up. So what we're going to need to do is we have to grind out the challenges if we don't want to spend. It's one or the other, guys. 32 of those. So based on the stuff that you get from the challenges, you would just simply go through, start to fill it up, and then whatever else is left, you would have to go ahead and buy it from the store. So let's take a look at, actually, we'll just go from inside one of the sets inside the 50 to kind of see what the price ranges are. So let's check on Brian Dawkins real quick. When you go ahead and click on that, what you're gonna see right now, bam, okay, it's gonna come up 16K. So obviously if you start paying 16K, the math won't add up. But I've seen some for 11K, I've seen people snipe at different prices. Derek Brooks is garbage, so more than likely you might snipe him more than everything else because he's one of the lesser ones that I think people are not gonna really pay attention to. So depending on how people put it up, you might get lucky with that. But I believe that a lot of people are going to be running around with some of these players because they have decent numbers on them. With the exception of Derek Brooks, I don't see any reason to go crazy about that card. So, we could take a look at some of them right now to try to give you an idea, but only a few of them that I'm pretty much worried or looking into getting. All right, so let me just go ahead and let you guys see really quick. Calico. All right, he's going to be one of those guys we're going to go after probably because of his height and speed. And then for the fact that I can moss dudes with him. He gets the 3 ability slots. He's going to be tall and fast. So people are going to have to really pay attention to, if you guys are trying to moss dudes, right now is the time. So here we go right now with this. All right, so I told you Derek Brooks is going to be one of the cheaper ones, right? Jimmy Graham is at 329. That's not bad. The left tackle, whatever. I don't think Reggie Bush is going to be that cheap simply because people would probably, end up going after him and then rage selling Barry Sanders if you don't care about, whatever with the, with the way that he gets all team chems and stuff like that. If you didn't really care about that, you would rage sell him because with the power up, which they say you get from completing the sets, he would go 92, 93 XL. If everything goes well with the power up. So some of these cards are relatively cheap. All right, will they come down in price? Maybe you can lurk some of these cards for very, very cheap. But Reggie Bush would be the guy I would primarily go after. Obviously, Reggie White is always going to be a stud. Power up will bring him up to a 77. Maybe play him at D tackle if you guys wanted to do something like that. But playing him at end wouldn't really work. Maybe a 3-4 defense inside, having a fast linebacker outside may work. But also keep in mind training, right? These are very, very cheap prices. So maybe it's a training situation for some of you guys. You go ahead and check it out, see what's up. Jimmy Graham would just be an experiment, guys, to kind of see if he's a moss, a guy that can moss dudes, because that speed is just around the whole situation we went through with Jermichael Finley, just to kind of give you an idea. But he is 6'7", but we all know the height doesn't matter. The animations will take over. So just be very, very careful with that. I just wanted to point that out as well. And I showed you pretty much, the top players for me. Now, Brian Dawkins, I'm not really sold on him. I've never really been a Dawkins guy for any year of Madden. Even when he gets like sick cards, Nambi's numbers look sick though. He could probably work out with a 90 speed, 91 man coverage. He could be a real stud. Obviously, he would get bench press and just be outrageously ridiculous. So we could also look for him and lurk his card and power him up as well, or just go through the challenges and figure it out how you want to do it. And then I'm going to give you guys a real quick look at Brian Dawkins, and that's pretty much it. Should be I showed you guys the 8 players with the sets, but these are the ones that some of you guys are really interested in. Just please note, the Enforcer is not really what it once was, so he'll get big hit animations. However, he will not cause a lot of fumbles unless EA tunes that. All right, so I just wanted to make sure you guys are aware of that before you start going crazy. Oh, it's B-Dog with the hit power. Yes, in real life, that man will knock your heart out of your chest, but not so much in Madden 21. Walter Jones, whatever, dude. We're going to chill out with Joe Thomas and just be easy. So that's pretty much what I have for you guys right now. Let me know if you've pulled anything. Are you excited about this promo? Leave all that feedback. I'm going to see you guys and girls next time. You go ahead and enjoy your day. Continue to be safe. One love, y'all.